Hi, my name is Dr. Doering, and I'm an archaeologist here at the University of Wyoming, and today I'm going to show you around the George C. Frizen Anthropology Building with my student, Grace Stanford, who's going to help us to show you all of the resources we have here at the University of Wyoming for both students and full-time research staff to do research not only in Wyoming, but across the Western North America from the late Pleistocene to the present. Let's come on inside. So here you can see we have a museum dedicated to 4 fields of anthropology in our building, including, if you come a little closer, some Alaskan archaeology too. This is a kayak from King Island, Alaska, and we have a large collection of ethnographic materials from Alaska here too. Come on inside and I'll show you some more. One of the coolest things that I think we have here on display are the Colby Mammoths. The Colby Mammoths were hunted around 12,000 years ago and excavated by George Frizen in the 1980s. The Colby Mammoths, while not in Alaska, occupied a really similar environment to the one that we see in central Alaska around the same time period. And by doing analysis on the human behavior and hunting strategies at the time, as we're currently doing with isotopic and radiocarbon dating analysis, we can show how hunters of the late Pleistocene were using these environments in similar and different ways. I'll talk to you a little bit more about the molecular capacity we have here in the museum when we go upstairs. Welcome to the Zooarchaeology Lab. Here we have Grace doing a little analysis. Would you like to tell us more, Grace?
Yeah, so I'm doing work on sites in central Alaska looking at fire-cracked rock to determine potential heat and cooking features.
Great, thanks, Grace. Hey Sebastian, what are you up to?
So right now I'm looking at the faunal assemblage from the Klein site, which is a late Holocene Dene site in interior Alaska along the shore of Quartz Lake, and I'm using the comparative faunal collection to identify elements, which are often these tiny little fragments that are very hard to identify normally. But if you have a comparative collection to look at, and you can realize that what you have is the trochlear notch of a right moose ulna.
Wow, very cool. Thanks, Sebastian. In addition to the comparative faunal collections, we also have the equipment that you need to process samples for isotopic analysis, including bulk collagen analysis and compound-specific analysis of hearth soils. And across the hall, we have Dr. Todd Surabel's Geoarchaeology Lab. Hey McKenna, what are you doing?
Hey Bree, I'm doing a project focused on zooarchaeology by mass spectrometry, which is a revolutionary new technique in the subfield of zooarchaeology. It involves taking collagen from a piece of bone, whether that's modern or archaeological, and then through chemical analyses and running it through a mass spectrometer, I am able to develop a peptide mass fingerprint for species and genus identification. This is really exciting to me because my master's thesis is focused on identifying the microfauna at the Mammoth site, which is a Clovis mammoth camp and kill site up in Converse County, Wyoming. And being able to identify species and genus is really important because I'm trying to answer the question of whether or not the late Pleistocene people at this site were actually consuming them or interacting with them on the landscape, or if they were just natural intrusions on this archaeological site. Now, for microfauna, the only way to really identify species and genus is through analyzing the mandibles and the teeth of these animals, but by analyzing them through zooarchaeology by mass spectrometry and getting it down to those lower taxonomic levels, I will be able to reconstruct paleoenvironments at the site as well, which has never been done before. So this is a really exciting new technique. Right now we're the only lab in North America doing this. I'm currently focusing on vertebrate animals in Wyoming, but it can be easily applied to other areas of North America and across the world, such as Alaska. So
Great. Thanks, McKenna.
yeah, no problem.
In addition to the facilities that I just showed you, we also have a geospatial analysis lab, the State Historic Preservation Office, a photo room, state-of-the-art curation facilities, a library, a faunal preparation lab where you can prepare samples. We also offer funded master's and PhD degrees and ample space for visiting researchers to conduct research using our facilities and collections. From all of us here at the University of Wyoming,
Thanks